So I read the description of this week's Room 104 on HBO Go before I watched the episode, and I was like, this one actually sounds good. For some reason, I am kind of fascinated by stories of people who survive airplane crashes because I think it's very rare and just interesting, and that was supposed to be what was happening in this story. Excuse me, I have a cold, so I'm trying my best. I can only hear out of one ear, so everything sounds weird. So if it sounds weird to you, that is why. But anyway, I thought it sounded pretty good, and I was like, maybe this will be this one episode that'll get the show back on track for me, and I'll really enjoy it. So I thought it had a lot of promise, but after watching the episode, I felt like it went nowhere, and I feel like I did in my last video that there's just something, they're just not quite getting it for me for this show. I mean, there's just something off with it. It's like some of the episodes have so much promise and then go nowhere. To me, only one was outstanding, which was Ralphie, and then the one about the guy whose friend had died, I thought that was like a really heartwarming story, the guy who drowned. But this one, I'll give you what I think happened. I basically think that no one survived the plane crash. I just, the news was reporting that no one survived, and I just find it really hard to believe that this woman walked away from a crash scene with, I know, I guess initially after it happens, there's not police and reporters and everything, but she was walking away with all these injuries and stuff, and then no one saw her. And if you notice at the end of the episode, her entire head was like opened up, but we didn't see that earlier, and I think that she actually did die. But I think what this episode is portraying is like those, maybe she's kind of in that limbo, like she hasn't crossed over to the other side, and she thinks she's still alive, and she's checked into this hotel when she really is about to die. And I think the woman who posed as a reporter, although she never claimed to be a reporter, was an angel of sorts, trying to like help her. I don't know if the decision was like trying to help her figure out like which place she was gonna go, or if she was gonna stay in this limbo or move on somewhere. It kind of seemed like she was stuck in the limbo by the end of the episode. It just really didn't make any sense. I mean, especially when she called the guy she was having an affair with, and he thought it was a good idea that maybe this was their chance to run away. It's like, that's just not believable. Someone would figure out that she made it because they would never find her body, so none of it made any sense. So I really don't think she survived the crash. I just kind of hoped for more, and they never explain how it ended. So they were never going to come out and say, she actually died. But sometimes maybe we needed that. Like maybe we needed to see her body laying in the wreckage, which they probably wouldn't do because they never show anything outside of that room. But I thought it was a little bit interesting. They kind of intertwined in her memory like shots of the plane and stuff, but they never really took us to that wreckage scene. So I didn't think it was a terrible episode, but I was kind of just left with, what did I get from that? And I don't feel like I got that much. And again, it's not like, ooh, I hated it, I want to criticize it. It's just kind of like, well, I don't feel like, I feel like if I never watched it, I wouldn't have missed anything. And that's kind of the feeling I'm getting from a lot of these episodes lately. It's like, they're just okay. If I never saw them, it wouldn't matter to me. So I'm definitely going to finish out this season. I've had some people asking me questions like, am I going to stop watching this season? I'm not, but not really sure still about season 2 because I don't know if it's going to get any better. Honestly, pretty surprised it was renewed so quickly. But I don't know. What did you think about this episode? I've noticed that some of the episodes that I thought were kind of whatever, some people really enjoyed. So everyone doesn't have the same opinion about this show. Some people do really enjoy the episodes, but I just kind of want more. And again, I'm always going to compare this show to something like a Black Mirror, and I think there's maybe 1 or 2 episodes from season 1 that I thought were just okay, but most of those episodes I found fabulous. And if you are a Black Mirror fan, because I know a lot of Black Mirror fans are watching this show, I will be doing videos on the 2nd season. They haven't made a release date for that. I believe it's 2018, but I haven't heard like an actual date. So you might want to subscribe if you haven't to stick around for my review of those episodes. Also, I'm covering American Horror Story currently, Mr. Mercedes, and The Sinner, all really great shows. So if you watch those, you might want to subscribe to this channel as well. But if you are enjoying my reviews on Room 104, give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you're doing great today, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Kelly TV. I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of the Kelly TV family. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter so you can keep up with all I'm doing.